All right, let's dive deep into, you guessed it, garlic.
Oh, garlic, love it.
I am super excited about this one because I gotta say, I thought garlic was kind of basic. Like, I know it's good for you and it tastes good, but we're actually looking at this YouTube video by Dr. Carlos Jaramillo, who's a doctor,
Mm.
who has a really interesting holistic approach to health. And he had
Okay.
some really great insights on garlic that I had no idea about.
Yeah, I'm really glad we're doing this one. Garlic is so fascinating, and it's been used for centuries, not just to flavor food, but like you said, for medicine too.
Yeah, that's right. And there's a lot of really cool stuff like, did you know that garlic breath, which we all know and love, or maybe not love so much sometimes, actually comes from compounds called trisulfides?
Yeah, the trisulfides, the sulfur-containing compounds, those are responsible for a lot of garlic smell and taste. But they also play a huge part in all the health benefits.
Oh, so there's actual science behind it. It's not just like, I don't know, a folk remedy, old wives' tale or
Oh, no,
something.
there's a ton of research on garlic. It's really exciting stuff.
Well, let's talk about it. So one of the things that I've heard about garlic for a long time, and I'm sure a lot of our listeners have too,
Mm-hmm.
is that it's really good for inflammation.
Mm-hmm.
But inflammation is a big word. It's thrown around a lot.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
What does it really mean, like, for our bodies?
So think of chronic inflammation, like the kind garlic helps with, as like this low-grade fire
Yeah.
that's constantly burning in your body. And, over time, that can lead to a bunch of different problems like heart disease or even, like speeding up the aging process.
Wow, I did not realize that. So garlic really acts like a firefighter then.
Yeah, exactly. It can help put out that fire, so to speak.
How does it do that?
Well, there are certain compounds in garlic, like disulfide, and basically they can block the production of those signals that actually cause inflammation in your body.
So it's interrupting that emergency call for inflammation then.
Exactly.
All
It
right.
really is. So it's not just about helping you recover after a workout or something.
Right.
It's like long-term health benefits.
Absolutely, yeah. Okay, so it fights inflammation. That's amazing. What else can it do?
Well, another really important benefit is that it's an antioxidant powerhouse.
Oh, antioxidants.
Yeah, everyone's talking about those, right?
That's another one of those big words that gets thrown around a lot.
Yeah.
But what do they actually do?
Okay, so think of antioxidants as like bodyguards for your cells. They protect your cells from damage. That's caused by these unstable molecules called free radicals.
Free radicals.
Yeah, and they're all over the place, from things like pollution, stress, even just like the normal processes in our bodies.
Oh, yeah.
But they can cause something called oxidative stress.
Oxidative stress.
And that's linked to a lot of different diseases.
So garlic helps protect us from that.
Exactly. And what's even more impressive is that garlic actually contains a variety of different types of antioxidants. So it's kind of like
Yeah.
a multifaceted defense system.
So garlic's fighting inflammation and protecting our cells.
Mhm.
2-for-1 deal. Awesome. And then Dr. Jaramillo also mentioned something really interesting about garlic, which is its antimicrobial properties, which is like it can fight off bacteria, fungi, viruses, even parasites.
I know, it's wild. It's like a natural warrior. And this actually raises some interesting questions about how garlic might affect our gut microbiome.
Our gut microbiome, right, which we're learning more and more about all the time, how important it is
Oh, it's essential for our overall health.
for everything.
Yeah, for everything. So while garlic's antimicrobial action is promising, we need more research to fully understand how it impacts that delicate balance of bacteria in our gut.
So it's kind of like,
Might not-
it could be good, could be not so good. We need more research.
Yeah, it's about finding that balance, right?
Right.
Because too much garlic, like anything else, can have some unintended consequences.
Okay, so this is where things get really interesting, because there's actually a right way to prepare garlic to unlock all those benefits that we're talking about.
Listening, I'm
Yeah.
all ears.
So apparently, when you crush or chop garlic before you eat it, it releases this compound called allicin.
Allicin.
Yeah, and allicin's like the superstar when it comes to all those health benefits.
And this is where things get a little tricky. Because you see, if you cook garlic at a high temperature, like if you're frying it or roasting it, that can actually destroy the allicin.
So all those delicious roasted garlic cloves
Yeah.
might not be giving us all the benefits we think they are.
Right. You might be missing out on some of the good stuff.
So raw or lightly cooked then.
Exactly.
That's the way to go. Preserve that allicin.
Exactly.
So what are some ways to do that? I'm thinking salad dressings, maybe homemade mayonnaise, adding it to soups at the very end of cooking.
Those are all fantastic ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there's something else you could try. Have you ever heard of black garlic?
Black garlic, is that just like old garlic.
No, no, no. It's actually regular garlic that's been aged. Through this really special process, it's kind of like a slow roasting, and it transforms the garlic completely. It gives it this sweet, almost balsamic-like flavor.
Interesting.
And get this, black garlic can have up to 3 times the antioxidant content of regular garlic.
3 times. Okay, now I'm really intrigued. So how do they make black garlic?
It's actually a pretty simple process, but it does take time. They basically keep the garlic at a low, controlled temperature for weeks, sometimes even months.
Oh, wow, it's a long time.
Yeah, and the slow cooking allows all these natural chemical reactions to happen, which changes the garlic's properties and gives it that unique flavor. And all those extra antioxidants.
That's pretty amazing. So it's like garlic that's been mellowed out and supercharged at the same time.
Exactly.
All right, I've got to try some black garlic now. But before I get too carried away with all the amazing things garlic can do, what about the downsides? I know Dr. Jaramello mentioned a few.
Yeah, you're right. It's really important to be aware of the potential risks. Even Dr. Jaramillo himself, who was a big advocate for garlic, he shared that. He actually experienced some reflux after eating it.
Oh, interesting. So even natural things can have side effects.
Exactly. It's always about listening to your body and figuring out what works for you.
That's a good point.
Some other common side effects people experience with garlic can be things like heartburn, upset stomach, and there's even a potential increased risk of bleeding, especially for people who are taking blood thinners like warfarin.
So if you're on medication, definitely talk to your doctor before you start adding a ton of garlic to your diet.
Absolutely. Garlic can interact with certain medications, so it's really crucial to get personalized advice.
Okay, that makes sense. But what about people who maybe they're not big fans of the taste of garlic, or they don't want to be walking around smelling like garlic all day? What about supplements? Are those a good option?
That's a great question. And yeah, garlic supplements can be a really convenient way to get a concentrated dose of those beneficial compounds, especially if you don't love the taste or have trouble digesting it.
Right, right. So what about dosage? How much garlic should someone be aiming for?
Well, studies suggest that a daily intake of 1 to 3 grams of garlic might be beneficial. And supplements often contain extracts of garlic, which are more concentrated, so you can get that dosage in a smaller, more convenient form.
That makes a lot of sense. So you can get the benefits without having to eat a whole bulb of garlic every day.
Exactly.
But before everyone runs out to buy garlic supplements,
Yes.
what's the most important thing to remember?
Talk to your doctor first. They can help you figure out if garlic supplements are right for you, considering your individual health needs and any medications you might be taking.
Yeah, that's so important because even natural remedies can have powerful effects.
Exactly.
So it's best to be safe.
Absolutely.
And it all goes back to what we were saying before about listening to your body and being mindful of how things affect you.
Yeah, I think that's a great takeaway.
Well, I feel like we've really gone deep on garlic here. It's not just a tasty little ingredient anymore.
I know, right? It's got a whole new image in my mind.
So before we wrap things up, what are the key things our listeners should remember?
Well, first of all, garlic has some really incredible potential benefits. We're talking about reducing inflammation and supporting heart health, fighting off all those nasty microbes, and maybe even helping to protect against certain types of cancer.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. But like we said, it's not a cure-all.
Right, and there's some things to be mindful of.
Like how you prepare it.
Absolutely.
We talked about how crushing or chopping it releases that potent allicin. And that high heat can actually destroy it.
So raw garlic or lightly cooked is the way to go?
To get the most out of it.
Exactly.
And then there's black garlic.
Oh, yeah, black garlic.
Which is a whole other level of garlic.
It really is.
It's got that amazing sweet flavor.
And even more antioxidants.
It's pretty amazing. But of course, like with anything, moderation is key.
Absolutely.
Even something as natural as garlic.
Too much of a good thing can be a bad thing.
And especially if you're on medication. Or you have any health concerns.
Definitely talk to your doctor first.
Before you start adding a ton of garlic to your diet. Or taking any supplements.
That's always a good idea.
So after learning all about garlic and its amazing potential, I'm curious how you might incorporate garlic into your own diet.
Well, I'm thinking I might give black garlic a try. I've been wanting to experiment with it for a while now.
That's a good idea.
And maybe even try making some homemade garlic-infused olive oil. I bet that would be delicious.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, the possibilities are endless.
Well, I'm definitely inspired to get more creative with garlic in the kitchen. Thanks for sharing all this amazing info.
My pleasure. It's been fun exploring the world of garlic with you.
Yeah, it really has. So to all our listeners out there, Keep learning, keep experimenting, and enjoy the incredible power of garlic.
Cheers to that.